Walking or running down the Fort Lauderdale beach, you may have encountered a 20-foot-tall snowman, plastic bottle-covered fish, or giant-sized volleyball hands. Where does a designer develop the artistic vision, entrepreneurial drive, and creative spirit it takes to produce sculptures of this sort? John Wayne Belcher was born in 1969 in Binghamton, New York. He is the youngest of 5 siblings raised by his mother Donna and his father Bill. His father was a car salesman in Binghamton while his mom had her hands full raising 5 children. The Belchers lived in a small hamlet of Shenango Forks. John attended Shenango Forks High School. There he found interest in classes including woodworking, music, and art. John soon found an attraction to a fellow classmate, Kathy Moffett. They began dating and quickly fell in love. John proposed to Kathy after graduating from high school and were married soon thereafter. The Belchers moved from New York State to Fort Lauderdale in 1996. John and Kathy went on to have 4 kids, 19-year-old Hannah, 17-year-old Olivia, 15-year-old Max, and 12-year-old Aiden. The family's interests are wide-ranged, including kids lacrosse, the competitive game of cornhole, and attending as many Miami Hurricane and Miami Dolphins football games as possible. When the recession hit in 2006, John's first startup company, Foam Supply, began to feel the effects as local home building was in decline. Feeling the pressure, John and Kathy made the surprising decision to sell their family home and pull their kids from school. They proceeded to buy an RV and tow their minivan across all 50 U.S. states and 10 Canadian provinces. From Florida to Alaska and California to Nova Scotia, the Belchers lived on the road, appreciating a passion for travel, out-of-the-ordinary experiences, and most of all, priceless time with family. John's wife, Kathy, is a travel agent for American Airlines, which provides their family the opportunity of free standby flights across the world. This amazing job perk has come in handy, allowing the family to travel to exotic countries including New Zealand, China, Thailand, and Iceland. Unique Rabbit Studios was founded in 2008 as a side business from John's original company, Foam Supply, which specializes in the production of crown molding and other architectural treatments made out of expanded polystyrene insulation. After a few years, some of his architectural and construction clients began asking for the production of one-off, whimsical custom creations. A South Florida man once requested a giant middle finger sculpture be created for his front yard. Belcher considered taking on the project, but eventually refused the job. Unique Rabbit Studios is located in a 20,000 square foot warehouse on South Dixie Highway in Pompano Beach, Florida. Walking inside the facility, you would think you were in the back lot of a movie studio or an amusement park. You might find yourself standing face to waist with a 10-foot-tall statue of a Miami Dolphins football player, or bumping into an oversized 3-dimensional caricature of a hot dog complete with plenty of mustard and ketchup. Touring the Unique Rabbit Studios workspace provides a small window into the peculiar mind of John Belcher. Get to know Belcher, as his friends, family, and employees call him, and it quickly becomes apparent that his companies represent 2 big aspects of his personality: an entrepreneurial spirit and a mischievous sense of creativity. Belcher, turning 50 years old this July, describes himself as a prankster and a jokester. He says a playful imagination is essential to what he and his team at Unique Rabbit Studios do. When clients request a job, they'll only provide the basic idea. Belcher isn't even sure what that might evolve into during the typical 6 to 8 week process of bringing a sculpture to life. When he agrees to a piece, he has absolutely no idea how they'll build it. His absolute favorite part is figuring it out in that first stage. In the initial stage of a project, he and his 8-person team brainstorm ideas and go back and forth with the client. Oftentimes, the final product will end up looking much different than the original request. For example, Riptide Music Festival, held on the beach in Fort Lauderdale, came to Unique Rabbit Studios to construct a sculpture of its logo designed a guitar pick with a pattern of concentric circles. By the time the sculpture was finished and delivered, the piece had changed shape into an oversized octopus clutching a guitar pick with its tentacles exiting the sand. The imaginative and inspiring work of Belcher's team has secured Unique Rabbit Studio clients, including the Miami Dolphins, the University of Miami, and Universal Studios. In addition to commercial projects, Belcher recently partnered with the PTA at Ruth K. Broad Bay Harbor K-8 Center to produce a tribute sculpture for Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School of the school's mascot, an eagle holding a heart with the words #NeverAgain on it. As for that next Wonka-esque idea, it's somewhere in John Belcher's head already. Regardless of how strange and delightful it ends up being, you can be sure it's a work that would only come from Unique Rabbit Studios.